Okay,
You're good.
we're
Okay,
good.
okay,
I
gotta
guess we
take
could do the,
attendance.
yeah, we could do attendance. It's so Heather here, JP,
Here.
Tracy. She's here. We see her.
Okay.
Jean, hi Jean.
Here.
Joni,
Abby.
Hello.
Abby, you're here. Welcome to this subcommittee. I didn't even print this out like my usual. I don't have my notes, but it's a subcommittee. I don't know if we have to do the usual rigmarole, but this meeting's being recorded. It's April 17th. It's now 7:10. So just be aware the meeting's being recorded, and we're here as a subcommittee for the mural celebration, or you want to call it something else, we can call it something else. We should think of a name for it.
Kickoff event for the mural. Launch party.
Launch party. So everybody had a chance to read over. I just sent some notes, and then Wendy, I don't know if Wendy's going to try to join too. I don't know. I mean, some of the ideas, a lot of the ideas, I was just throwing them out there, really. Just things I was thinking of. And then Wendy sent something of a bird cutout to me where you can make, I don't know if she sent it to me or everybody.
I think we were all on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So my only concern with that thing, I was thinking about it, is that sometimes it could be windy. You're going to have kids, you're going to have to cut out paper in an
Right.
alley, which is a wind tunnel, and stuff to cut. Plus we're going to be doing knitting. Plus, yeah. So I don't know if we want to do cut out paper with kids in a wind, in a potentially a wind tunnel. But it just,
I was thinking
I don't
maybe-
want to create mess, in other words, like, because it's not an enclosed space.
Mhm.
So,
I was wondering if we could do it not in the alleyway, but at the back part of the alley, which is a little wider, a little more protected from the wind, and has more space.
yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Then-
Like where she's putting the extension,
yeah,
the wraparound.
yeah.
There's a dumpster there though, too. So I don't know how appetizing that is.
Well,
Maybe it
yeah, but
doesn't
we could be a
matter.
little bit on the other side. And the
Okay.
dumpster's off to the side. It's just going to be moved while she's painting, so it may be out of the way.
Okay. I'm having a hard time. Sorry, my daughter just came home. I'll close the door. Hang on. Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably fine. Like, I don't know if we have to get permission from anybody to be there, or
I will tell the owner what we're doing and when, and he'll probably come.
okay. And we should probably tell. So that was another point, was just to make sure businesses in the area know that it's happening.
Yeah,
I don't know how the most efficient way to do that, if we just print up a card, just like a small, I don't know if we just print up some flyers and give each business owner a flyer.
that's the easiest way to do it.
Okay, so
And the
JP,
least
would you be able to
expensive.
print the flyers if I got them out fast enough if I got a design out? Or is it a color flyer? Can you do that? Or is it?
It'd be great
You know,
if the
we-
owners could place that in the window of their store, so that way people who are walking by might be able to see what's happening. In that, you know,
Sure.
this event is coming up.
I don't know how, like, because I think about that with stuff in the window, like how often do you actually read what's in somebody's? For
I
something-
always do, but
You do.
I
do
like
too.
I like to stop and look. I'm one of those people.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a person, because I'm the exact opposite. Like, there could literally be like everything in the store is free and I would walk right past it.
Um, for me, it's a visual, like if it had right, if it was like something in the store that interests me, then I would look. But So we could do that. We could just give them a flyer
Some
and
businesses
ask them.
might, some businesses
Right.
might not,
Yeah,
because it will set precedents.
What's that?
It will set precedents for other organizations asking them to do the same thing that they might not want to do. So some businesses might say no.
That's fine.
Yeah. I think it's more important to get right to what do we want to do? When do we want to do it?
Did we ever select a weekend? Because I know that there was some back and forth that Heather had with Mia about availability. And there was also, Tracy, you had some concerns about not conflicting with the AAPI festival.
Right.
Yeah, the AAPI one is May 17th, 10 to 2. So if we can avoid that time frame, that'd be great.
Is that Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
So why maybe we can do ours on Sunday? May
Sure.
18th.
The only thing with that is that a lot of stores are closed on Sundays, so it's kind of, and the knitting store might be closed on Sunday.
they are closed,
Yeah,
but
that's right, they're
they're,
closed
yeah,
Sunday.
right.
So that's the downfall. But so I don't know if you saw my email about when Mia was, she had some limited,
Yeah.
let's see. Let me just look and see what her days were. She said, okay. Yeah, I think, no, it's not in this one, sorry. Anyway, so let me just see where that one is. I forwarded it to you guys. I don't know why I'm not finding it.
So that
Um,
just that last weekend in May, I know you guys were I know Heather, you said you weren't available, but that's also
That doesn't matter.
June 1st is also I don't know if this impacts anyone, but it's going to be busy. It's Needham High graduation.
Oh, right.
So that might actually be kind of crazy.
Yeah, we won't do it then. Hang on. Sorry, Wendy wants to join and she didn't get the, hang on. I forgot you hadn't sent her because she wasn't in the initial one. Let me just find her email with the dates.
It's from, her email was on April 15th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Said she can do May 3rd, 4th, or 10th.
Right.
The 3rd, 4th, I think, is Open Studios.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then anytime in June except the 22nd. I think Wendy thought that after Memorial Day, a lot of people are out of
Busy.
town.
Yeah, and somebody said in an email that it was Jean, it might have been used, or no, Wendy, I think, saying that it wasn't like the longer we wait. I think if we get into June, it's probably true
Right.
that people will be going a
Yeah.
little more. So,
So the 10th is really the only,
and then anytime
Option.
in June except the 22nd. So, yeah, which is fine. The 3rd, 4th. So I forget, Open
Is
Studios
May-
the whole.
Is
the
May
both
10th
days?
Saturday or Sunday?
I mean, is it bad to do it during Open Studios? Maybe it's just like another thing for reason for people to come into town.
I was gonna say, I think that if you start to look for days that there's nothing going on, I think it's gonna
Right.
get hard. And I don't think that New Studios, I mean, it kind of fits with their whole thing too, as well. There may be some art people in town,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's also different. I would think different clientele than what the studios have. I mean, maybe I'm mistaken, but
Well, can we, well, it would bring kids out too.
yeah.
The 10th is fine. The 11th is Mother's Day. We can't do it then.
Well, she didn't say the 11th anyway. She just said
Right.
yeah. She just said the 3rd, 4th, 10th, or anytime in June, except the 22nd. So let me just see the 10th. I mean, and it doesn't, and if I thought I had something May 10th, but that's fine too, if I can't, or I mean, yeah, maybe I don't. No, and I don't think, so I think either one of those is fine. I kind of like the idea of doing it on the open studio weekend, actually.
I agree.
Is there anybody that doesn't like that idea or have a reason why not to do it then?
I just know I'm gonna do the open studios.
Ah,
That was one of my things that I represented to for grants. And I plan
Right.
to get the studios.
okay.
But that's neither here nor there. I mean, that doesn't mean we can't do it. We
Right.
certainly can.
Yeah, but that wouldn't even keep you from going. It just, the open studios isn't just one locate, that's everywhere. And this
Right.
would only be a couple hours. Right? So
Fine.
does anyone have because I know if you're on, hang on. You guys keep talking. Sorry, I've got to send Wendy's
So,
still not getting the link.
Oh,
So hang on.
so this, what do we want to do for this? We want to have some kind of a craft. At least one, maybe two, and finger knitting.
Wait, do we want to settle on the date though? Do you
Might
guys
work.
want to?
I
Before
think
we,
the 10th is fine. I think we can't. It doesn't give us a lot of planning time, but it's fine. And I think that we're constrained by when Mia is busy, and then we're constrained by Memorial Day weekend, and then we're constrained by graduations and all kinds of
Right.
other things. So I think we're kind of stuck with this date, and I think it's fine. I
wait,
think
what was wrong with the 3rd and 4th? Sorry.
nothing.
nothing, but I think giving ourselves an extra week is kind of better.
Oh, okay.
That's the only.
It's not going to take that much to do it, is it? I mean,
Well,
you're the one that pushed this mural through.
I know I did.
Do you want to? I like.
If
I
if
like
you
it.
want
I
to get
mean,
it out though, it's you're cutting it close. I mean, you think about it, it's already
Yeah, it's 10 days
you're
left.
you're giving yourself
10
2
days
weeks to
left
try
of
to get
April.
people out there.
Yeah,
I
I
would
think
definitely
we
say
need
the
the
10th. And I think
time.
having the open studios is better because people will be in town.
That's
There
right.
will be artists that walking around and stuff. It actually works well with that.
Well, that's the weekend before, JP. That's the 3rd.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I thought I misread.
Yeah, I think the
Okay.
10th is fine. I think that gives us enough time to publicize it and to get all the businesses on board and make arrangements with the owner of the building and the insurance agency across the alley there, and get stuff for setup and all the other things we have to do. I think that's good timing.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, I finally got in.
Welcome.
Well, we wanted you
haven't been
here
on
so
much
bad.
longer.
Did you start without me?
We just started a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
We've
had
made a
glitches.
huge decision already.
We
It's
were-
gonna be May 10th.
What?
May 10th.
What about May 10th?
That's the
the
date we're
date.
gonna do it.
Oh, okay.
I still wanted to do it the 3rd or 4th because it's open studios, but I think I'm being outvoted by the practical nature of giving ourselves another week to do it.
What time are we thinking of doing this? In the morning?
Last time we did it from 10 to 12. I think. I kind of like afternoons better, but
You're going to get more foot traffic in the afternoon, I think.
I think so.
what-
too.
Especially around like Cook and,
Yeah.
people coming out for lunch, and
Right.
you're probably going to get more foot traffic. So 12 to 2,
Yeah, 12:30 to 2:30.
1
Um,
to
Give
3,
people lunchtime 1 to 3.
I would do 1
Yeah.
to 3.
1 to 3.
I'm gonna rely on Wendy, the event planner.
Yeah, me too.
Does that sound good to everybody else?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so May 10th, 1 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um,
And what are we calling this? The mural celebration?
well, that's what I was thinking originally, but we don't have to stick to that. There was somebody else from the Needham channel that I think it was Cameron writing it, who called it something else.
What's the name of the mural? I can't remember it.
Close knit.
Close knit.
Tighten it.
Tight knit, sorry.
Okay.
I keep calling it close knit.
We can play, come be part of our tight knit community as we celebrate our new mural. Meet the artist.
All right,
Make
so
Find out
some
more
art.
about the, find out
just
more
gonna
about
be a
the
very-
NCAC.
it'll be yeah, like, I think just keep it short and sweet.
Yeah,
And the image will say it all. They'll know what it is. And then, so JP, so do you guys think we should have food? And are we allowed to have food or anything to drink? And can one of the, like Wendy, I think you suggested bagels best or
I mean, that's all up to you. That's completely up to you guys what you wanted to do in that regard.
so we're allowed to have it like just out open in a public space?
As long as it's not alcohol.
Right, darn it, no.
I wonder if the treat would donate or give us at a very minimal cost the little mini cupcakes.
are they still there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, I have never entered that building. Never.
I haven't either.
They might even give us the little cake pops.
Or the cake
Those would be
pops, see what we can get them to donate and
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
you know
instead
what?
of bagels, since it's at
What
1
yeah,
o'clock,
it's after
um,
lunch, so it's
You know,
I think
Hazel's
maybe we
bake,
could get two restaurants, 2 vendors.
yeah, at least
food.
two.
We don't want to make it too much food because how many people are going to come? to
No,
it?
but-
We don't know how many people will come and eat, but
But it
Um,
should be, cupcakes and something else, and then
Yeah,
maybe lemonade. Maybe Cook can donate lemonade. We can ask them if they'll do that.
okay.
okay.
And in exchange, they'll get advertising that they're
Yeah.
part of this.
Do we want to do something that's pre-packaged just so there's less? I'm just thinking of like the garbage aspect. We're gonna have to get a trash can.
Yeah.
But if Cook is gonna help us, they'll provide a trash can, as long as we take care of the trash.
Yeah. Okay. And then would we have a table for crafts and a table for food, drink?
Yeah,
Yeah,
So we need to, I have a table I'm willing to bring. It's
I
very
also
light.
have a table.
Okay,
and I
so,
have one if we need it.
okay,
Mine's actually 6 foot, not 8 foot.
I think mine is also 6 foot.
I mean, we can always have 3 in case.
I think we should
Yeah,
have 3 because
yeah.
we're gonna wanna put some NCAC things out,
yeah.
Yes,
tell people about the committee in case anyone wants to get involved.
Mm-hmm.
And, tell them that we're the ones that gave out the grant to Mia. And Mia's gonna be there, right?
yeah, she said she
Yeah.
would come. Yeah,
Is she gonna be
that's why we have
painting?
to do those days. That's why we're constrained to those days. So,
When is she starting to paint the mural?
the last week, like the last week in April.
She said,
So-
yeah, she said the May 3rd weekend she'd be done.
Right. But she said she'll come back and talk about it, on the days that she's available, but she gave us a whole list of dates she's not available, so that's fine.
Is she available on the 10th?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did we
Yeah,
ever
that's what-
create a QR code? We were going to create that big poster or banner with our QR code. Did we ever get around to that?
Was it
I don't
on
think
the,
so.
we had those 2 posters. Did it have the cute, it has, wait, you're
J-
muted.
JP, you're on mute.
I have the posters that were made, but I don't even remember what's on them.
Yeah, I don't think,
I can look tomorrow at the office.
okay, but I don't think we got the QR code.
I
I
thought we
would say a
did.
lot of times you don't use QR codes on that kind of stuff because they do expire. Like unless you pay for them, they
That's
will
right.
expire over a
Oh,
certain amount of
okay.
time. So
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so does somebody want to produce a QR code? I don't have software that would do it for me.
I have no idea how to
Without
do
paying
it.
for
I'm
it.
not the person to.
I can, I am not the most tech wizard individual,
bet
but I
Tracy-
live with someone who is, so I can ask
I
the
bet
person I
Tracy
live with.
is. I
Well,
think she,
Yeah, well, I mean, it's easy to create a QR code, but it's just whether we can find a free one that doesn't expire. I think most of them are 30 days. I mean, I could create one that lasts for 30 days. Would that
so I
buy-
had a friend create mine for my business. That's not gonna expire. And I didn't pay anything.
I think that one, if you don't pay, there will be ads somewhere if you scan that. I mean, I can take a look into that and then see if we can generate something
Okay,
that's for
thanks.
free and without ads.
Okay, so
So once I generated, which who do I send it to?
Probably Heather.
you could send it to me, sure.
Oh,
I'll print it out.
sorry, I'm volunteering you.
No, that's fine. I've made
Oh, I
some
also need
flyers.
the link. Sorry, I also need the link. Which link are we using?
I'm sorry.
Which link are we using?
I
The
guess to bring them
webpage?
to the, I think just to bring them to the town website, that would make the most sense.
The NCAC portion of the town website.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
so I can send you that link if you don't have it. I'll do it right now, so I don't forget.
I think I have it. Is
Okay.
that the needham.gov, the Needham console, like dash console dash for our culture, right? That's the one.
I'm just gonna send it out
Okay.
right now.
That's fine.
So
Thanks. Via chat or email?
I'm just gonna, I'll email it to you right now.
Yes. Thank you.
Jean, you look like you're in the dark.
I know. Sorry.
What are you hiding, Jean? No.
Nothing very exciting, that's for sure.
He's probably naked.
That's it.
That's it.
I've been wearing
Um,
5 layers since last November.
Yeah,
So all right, so JP, you'll be able to come that day? Or should I plan on getting the posters before? You're muted again.
Sorry.
That's
It doesn't
okay.
fail when I get on a Zoom. The dog has to get the loudest, squeakiest toy out, and that's the moment that he has to play with it. I should be there on the 10th. I mean, there's no reason. I mean, if anything changes, I'll get it ahead of you, let you know ahead of time, but I'm in town, so.
Okay. And I'll send out a list and if anybody wants to add to it, something that we forgot. Does anyone have any black table covers? Those stretchy ones that are really easy to get on?
I
have
think I have
one.
one. I want to
have
say I
one.
have one. I will.
And
If
I'm the
not,
only
I
one
can
without one.
get them from Amazon pretty easily. The
Yeah.
evil empire.
Okay. So
You
if
let
you
me
guys
know
want to
what
bring
size
those
you need.
for your table, and then maybe I'll see if I can borrow one from somebody else for mine, just so it's all uniform. Otherwise, I'll just bring a piece of fabric to throw over it.
I have regular tablecloths too, so let me know.
Okay.
And what are our colors? What are the
teal
That orange
blue.
and you mean that orange and
NCAC colors?
yeah. They're just that, I guess they match the MCs. They're just that orange and green.
It's like a teal blue and a,
Teal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
blue, green, whatever. Yeah. Turquoisey
So-
color.
I mean, orange would be fun. We could just get the plastic ones. I mean, it's just a couple of hours. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I just didn't, yeah, I like reuse. It doesn't matter, but if you already have a black cover and you
But I
don't,
just think black is so, it's not springy and it's
there's
not,
gonna be stuff all over the table. So, well,
we can talk about it.
okay, just something to cover the table. Okay. And then, so the craft will do knitting. Who here knows how to knit? I mean, I do.
I do. I
What are
do.
we knitting? You mean finger knitting?
We're
Or
gonna
you're
do
thinking
finger
of-
knitting, but I thought to get adults involved, we could actually do some simple
Teach
stock
people
knit
to
stitch.
knit.
JP, we're gonna teach you to knit if you don't know how to yet.
So do we want the Black Sheep to participate? The knit store?
To
Yeah,
bring, to what?
To participate. So the woman who owns it said she would be happy to participate in this event. I don't
Yeah,
know how we want her to do that or what we want her to do. And then, as I mentioned on an email, there is another woman who's in my knitting class, Eileen, who had been a town meeting member, but then moved just at the time of the vote. So she's no longer a town meeting member, but she is interested in getting involved in this group. And she's a knitter, so she would be probably, if she's in town, she'd be probably very happy to help too.
okay.
So we have a couple of knitters.
If people have any spare, people who are knitters have spare rolls of yarn that they're not, using anymore to donate, that would be great.
Sure.
we also have we have we set money aside for this too, so we could donate yarn.
I would
probably
also,
have a little left over, but not much, but we can, if
I would
Joanne
also-
still has any, I can go over there and see if they have any. but I
Joanne has
know-
nothing.
Oh, you went there already?
Virtually
I would
nothing.
ask
I
Black
went right before Passover.
Black Sheep if they have spare roll. I mean,
Sure.
little
Yeah,
rolls. I'm sure
spare
they do.
skeins of yarn.
Sure.
And some needles that people can borrow just for the
Yeah.
day. Just
Just
doesn't
to
really
use
have
at the
that.
event.
She doesn't really have that, but I think, people in the group could probably participate and,
I think
lend
it's okay
some
to
needles.
spend, like, we have a little money set aside, so, and
Okay.
knitting
We do.
needles aren't that expensive, and I can also go on, find them online, like, you could probably ask them by Nothing Needing
Michael's
group.
has cheap yarn.
Yeah, we have some
Mhm.
stuff.
Oh, you know what, there was somebody that I reached out to, okay, that was getting rid of some yarn, so let me check with her too.
Okay.
Okay, so so I can check with this woman about free yarn. And then Jean, do you want to ask them, like, just tell them what our
Yeah,
plan
sure.
is? To
Yep.
do finger knitting and then to teach some knitting and to have yarn and needles available,
Yep.
and that we're gonna look into some cheaper options. And if there's anything and we can also, I don't want them to feel like they have to donate stuff because it's a business, but and we do have some money, so if they have inexpensive yarn, maybe we
Yeah,
could,
I'll ask
because
her.
it's
I'm
just
sure.
it's just
I
for
mean, I don't
people-
know how much yarn we need. It's not like
yeah, I
we
don't
need
know how many,
tons
I
and
mean,
tons of skeins, right?
no, I don't
Right.
know how many people are gonna want to sit and learn to knit,
Right.
especially if they
Right.
bring their kids, they're gonna be doing the finger knitting, but
Yeah.
we might get a couple of people that want.
Yeah. I think we can get some more colorful yarns like the kids liked the last time we did it. And
Mm-hmm.
So
you know.
ask them, I would just ask them, like, how they want to be involved. Do they want to have a volunteer helping out? Do they, like, if they have inexpensive yarn, like a couple of
Yeah.
skeins to sell?
Yep.
So,
That's no problem.
yeah,
and could
I'm sure
they,
some of the people who come knit will be happy to participate.
yeah.
Is
And then
there,
we're happy to have, like, and also we'd be happy to have, like, I think most people know that they're there that are knitters, but would be happy to put out their business cards if they would want that.
okay,
I wonder if
Um,
we could put out some information about birds and about feeding wild birds in the winter and what kind of seeds they like, and maybe, because birds are a part of it. That was a big part of the mural and a big part of the historical aspect of the mural. And that might be an interesting thing to just have a few little, picture of a bird, and this is what this bird likes to eat in the wintertime, and where to put a bird feeder, stuff like that for kids. I think they might like that.
We
Because
could
it's
get the
not-
garden, you know what, we could get the garden center
Yeah.
to donate
Yeah.
some bird seed. We could do little
could give little baggies of wild bird seed.
Yeah, like
And I'm
that might
happy
be kind
to,
of cute for the kids. the
yeah,
kids.
I'm happy to write up some, little pieces, like a picture of a bird and a local bird, like a robin or a whatever we have, and what they like to eat when they're around, etc. Because that is important to what this was about, and we should include both aspects of the mural, which was the birds and the knitting.
Well, and also the Highlanders that came. So that was
Mhm.
another aspect. So okay, so did you guys have any other, I had written a bunch of stuff, but did you guys
Yeah.
have any?
I sent an email back about making the birds, the paper
Right.
birds that fly.
Oh,
Yep.
that was pretty adorable. My only
Yeah,
concern was just like it adds another element of cutting out with kids and paper, and if it's, and just like having to make sure that they don't leave garbage on the ground and stuff blowing away. That was my only concern. And then you'd have to have, I mean, you could do it, but it would be another step of
what if the pieces were pre-cut in plastic bags and somebody just supervised taking
who
the
wants to
pieces and putting them
pre-cut those
together?
birds. You're
What?
getting us work. I think we should just do a colored in bird print. Like use one of her it's a warbler, right? Is that what it? So I would just do one of the warblers.
Well, if we do that, maybe we put the information about the warbler on it.
Right.
That's perfect.
And
You can just do a picture to
and
color in.
maybe the bird seed that they eat or what they eat.
Yeah,
And along with it, they can get a little package of bird seed or
right.
something.
Okay. So we'd need probably just some colored pencils or crayons or something for them to color it in with.
Or they can just take it home and do it at home. Take home the bird seed, go color it home with your mom.
I actually think that could be nice too. A friend of mine brought me back this thing that was from a mural from Children's Hospital. And because she had to unfortunately spend a lot of time there, and they had these packets that had a postcard with an
Yeah.
image of the mural and then like some stuff to color it in with, but you wouldn't, if it was sent home, you wouldn't really have to put, those kids have crayons or something at home to
That's
color.
right. So we could just print out, a picture of the bird for them to color and the information on it, and we can print it on cardstock. It's not that expensive. And send it home with a little packet of bird seed.
That's cute.
So I think if we're going to call it like a celebration, we have to do more because it's people are going to walk by and you're going to learn how to knit and
Right.
get bird seed. That's it.
So maybe you do color it in there? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think if you're going to call it a celebration and try to get people to come, there has to be something worth them coming for. So if Mia's there to talk about the mural, that's great. Do we have like a historian or somebody?
I
in
was
the
going to ask
town?
if Gloria would want to come and have a conversation with everybody about
Who's
the-
Gloria?
Gloria Grice. She's the head of the Needham
Historical
Historical
Society.
Okay.
Society. Yeah. And I know that, I mean, Mia had consulted a lot of resources there when she was researching for the
Right.
murals. So maybe Gloria Grice would, I know her, so maybe I could get in touch with her and ask her if she would want to give like maybe a 10-minute talk on the works that Mia had consulted. I forget the name of the
The
person.
ornithologist.
The ornithologist, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But
I think
his
10 minutes is
his
long.
work, So maybe
Eh.
5 minutes.
So,
Minutes.
I have an idea. I think Abby brought up having Gloria here is great, but then Wendy also mentioned, right? So it does need to look like a celebration. I wonder if there is some of these like character, like costume, like someone dressed in costume for I know it's like I don't know, like 100, 200 years ago, costumes in that age, and then like started talking about the history of Needham, so that it's more appealing to people who walk by, and then I think people like Gloria and Mia can also like kind of elaborate on the whole mural, the history of Needham, and things of that nature.
I
Are
think
you
that,
volunteering?
I think that,
No, well, I mean, it has to be like someone professional, like it does
think
birthday
that would-
party, for example, then they know what to do.
I think if you did that,
So-
then our $500 would probably go all to
Yeah.
that actor. Most
Yeah.
likely.
well,
I like
it
the
is
idea.
expensive, and then you get that little, you're on the edge of, oh, okay, you're only representing the white person.
That's right.
You know, here we
Oh.
are again. Like,
Oh, I hadn't thought
Oh.
about.
I just wonder, I
Mm.
worry about that.
Well,
Could we
but then
get- could we
I think
get
like
kids
Joan,
from
you
the-
said, like 200 years ago, we did only have white people. But I
Yeah,
mean, it's
now
like,
we had a lot of brown people who were Native Americans, but we don't count them anymore.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, all
What?
right.
But
Mhm.
it is what it is. It is the history. It's factual. It's not that we're
Yeah.
making anything up.
Yeah,
But I think it
exactly.
would be nice. I think it would be nice to have somebody,
Mhm.
maybe with some balloons or something, standing at the
Mhm.
chapel end of the alleyway to invite people into the celebration.
Yep, or have a sign, literally
Uh-huh.
have a sign, like a sandwich board that's on
Right.
the ground that somebody may have, we can borrow and put our
Yeah.
sign on it.
Uh-huh.
With balloons and an arrow pointing,
Yeah.
saying whatever.
We could have, because she has flowers on there, I wonder if Needham Florist would want to put anything out there. Is that too much?
Maybe they can come with some pansies.
There you go. I
They
love
could-
that. Okay,
yeah.
pansies, we'll tie
They
it into
could
the
bring
mural.
Pansies
Yeah.
and sell them.
That's actually
The
kind
garden
of,
center
that's
too.
nice.
They could sell them or sell
yeah.
pansy seeds or
Needham Garden Center could give us some small pansy seedlings to plant. If they would.
Well, I think
donate.
you would just give them that would just, you mean like just to put a couple of pots out there?
Yeah, put out a dozen pots, let people make a donation and buy them and take them home.
oh, we'd have to ask them.
Yeah.
Anybody know anyone over there?
I go there all the time. They know
I
me.
go all the time too, but I don't know that I know them. I used to know people that worked there, but they got old. They quit. So I know the young guy that's there, but not enough to go in there and ask for that.
I also don't want to have too many moving parts. Like, and then we're going to sell pansies too. But if we just had them for decoration, then that.
Okay, so maybe we can do that.
Because I would just do that. I think it gets too complicated and
So
yeah.
we could ask the vendors in the stores right in front of the mural
Yeah,
if they want to do anything or if they want to contribute or if they want to come out
right.
and donate some food or whatever. I think it's on their building. It's part of the strip of stores. Why not just ask them and have them join us?
I
Right.
think the next
It'll be
thing
more
we need to
festive.
I think the next thing we did, we've talked we talked about a lot of ideas, but we don't have any indication as to who's doing what. So
Yeah, I was just
um,
thinking that.
yeah, we should probably whack up this giant list.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is a lot.
Can we also, I'm not clear, I understand how this is all being pulled together. So we have a lot of, different ideas of things that we could offer, but how does this afternoon look? Like, are people having is there a presentation? Is it, Mia's talking for the 5 minutes about what she's doing, and then, so people who happen to be there at 1 are gonna not hear whatever Mia has to say at 1:15?
Yeah,
And then the Historical Society is there, or are we having them present so that as people go through, they can talk about their work, or if they're standing near the warbler, they can talk about birds and repeatedly over the 2 hours for people that, how do you see this happening?
I think
Um,
it's exactly like the way I understand exactly what you said, Jean. I think
Well,
it's like a
so-
repeated process of several elements coming together. That's how I understand it.
So people
I
are there.
agree.
So Nancy is there from the knitting store, and as people come through and they're interested, she will
Yep.
show them how to knit and
Right.
whatever it is. So it's sort of ongoing. We just set this up. People access the different
Mhm.
tables or the different
Pages,
things there
yeah.
rather than a formal
Should we-
presentation.
Well,
Should
I
we
think,
Does that
coordinate
work
it
for a
with,
celebration? Is that what you had in mind, or?
I
But-
also think that if the historian woman and Mia want to just be there a certain time, that we could just do a schedule of 2 speakers
Mm.
and make that known at specific times.
that sounds good, because I think if they had to repeat over and over again.
Yeah.
Another
They could
thought I
also
had
have
is, do they want
printed
to,
information on the mural on paper and what the historian might talk about. So we have to find out if Gloria is available, and what she would literally talk about. Will she talk about that square and the buildings, or what happened, how this, the knitters came together, or so I think this is kind of like a first call, and we're talking about ideas, and then I think we have to go out in the world, talk to these people, see what we can get, and
Yeah.
come back together.
Yeah,
what if we had, I think that Mia and Gloria Grease should maybe coordinate somehow. I don't want to
We
make
have to
it
see if
work for
Gloria
them,
is
like a lot of
available.
work for them, but or maybe just, we already know kind of what Mia might say because she's talked about her mural.
Yeah,
So could we
what about,
have her, I think just giving Gloria, like, when you talk to her, to say, do you want to talk about the different aspects of the mural? Like, where she got, do you want to elaborate on one aspect from the mural, and just let it be up to her, but it should definitely tie into whatever's on the mural. So
of course.
do we want to not
I'll
make it
reach out to her.
that formal and just have them there to, at opportune moments, just say little things or to answer questions from people about the process, about the historical background, about how Mia got her ideas, and just let people talk to the representatives.
It depends on how long they can stay that day.
Well, Mia said she can stay the whole time.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I
great.
mean, I think it would be nice if Mia's there and we
Yeah.
have sort of a meet the artist,
Yeah,
right.
sign up. And then as people go through, they can ask her, I could see kids saying, oh, how did you do that? Or is she talking about what
Right.
paints she used, or how she approached the art, or whatever it might be, depending upon who's walking through, so that the full 2 hours, there's an opportunity to meet her and talk to her, rather than, a 5-minute presentation and then she's gone, or whatever. It's
One
sort of an
other-
ongoing exhibit, if you will. Maybe celebration is the wrong word. Maybe this is, an opening, or something else.
Yeah.
As
Well,
opposed
it's a
to a
mural,
celebration.
it's almost like a mural reveal, or celebrate the mural.
there was
Or-
some word that Cameron used. I'm gonna look, I'll find it. Let me
Well,
see.
another very silly thing we should make sure to have for both Gloria and Mia, which is the name tag, because
Yeah.
people are gonna want to be able to identify them as they
And
walk
we should have
around.
name tags also. So that,
Yeah, so they can identify us
that's
as
right,
committee members,
correct.
and
Mhm.
they can ask us questions about the committee as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be cool to have something that says meet the artist, that's, where she can stand and people go, oh, wow, that's the art. And she has her little name tag or big name tag. The same thing with the historian, so that people understand who they're standing next to and can ask questions.
Right. Meet the artist, talk to a historian who can tell us
Right.
all about the historical aspect of the mural.
Right.
Have some good food, do some fun activities, and get a take-home gift.
Right.
Does anybody know the people at Cook, the owner?
No.
I mean, Bagels Best, that's what I meant.
No.
No? Okay.
Uh-uh.
Right, so
I mean,
should we break?
I'm happy to talk to Cook.
I'll go into the cupcake place.
The,
'Cause
Let me,
Bagels
sorry, hold
Best-
on, you guys are talking too fast. Let me write this all down.
Bagels Best closes at 2.
Wendy, you said you're gonna talk to Cook.
Yeah,
Joni, you're gonna talk to Treat.
right.
I've got the knitting store.
Jean is the black sheep. Abby is Gloria. Grace.
Wait, who's doing the bagel place again? Sorry.
I
Well,
thought we weren't gonna have bagels because it's after lunch.
Right, and they close anyway at 2.
Yeah,
Okay,
we were
never
just gonna
mind.
have
Alright, well then-
snack stuff.
then let's
Okay.
not get them involved.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What other
Um,
stores are there?
There was the garden center for birdseed. Was someone gonna take
Right.
on that?
I could do that. I need to go get
Oh.
birdseed anyways.
I think the other stores are just like retail.
Yeah,
I
Wait,
don't
was
think-
somebody gonna try, who was gonna talk to Cook? Sorry.
I am.
That was Wendy.
Okay.
there's French
Needham
press, but I don't
Florist.
think they're gonna. I'm not
And
sure what they would
Joni,
do.
you said you're doing treat or,
I'll do treat.
okay.
Needham Florist.
Am I the only one who hasn't taken anything? I can wait, but like, what is the conversation again? Sorry, just have them.
Needham
Bring
Florist
in
is just
something.
if they wanted to put pansies out for
No,
decoration.
I thought we said that we would do Needham Garden Center for little plants, pansy plants, as opposed to just flowers.
There was
I'm not
there was
sure.
talk of both, so I
Okay.
wasn't sure which
Let's just do
direction
the
we
garden
wanted to
center
go.
and keep it easy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
just
see
alright.
what
the
Heather
garden
can do.
center.
Got it. All right, let me
At the
cross
garden
that out.
center.
So garden center was birdseed and
Pansy
pansy.
plants.
So we're not talking to the florist anymore? Okay. Okay.
You're off the
You know,
hook.
we could also ask the restaurant, what's the name of it? That little place that's in the parking lot.
The James?
The James, just because they're there. Maybe they'll do lemonade. I don't know.
Tracy, you wanna ask the James?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Just for lemonades, right? For the stuff.
Well, just tell them what we're doing and
Yeah.
see if there's anything that they could offer to put out if they want. They don't have to.
Right.
And as the last resort, just say, well, would you be able to provide lemonade? Like they would need to provide like a container with a spout, like that type of thing, or
Mhm.
or pitchers or something.
Do we have a contact in there that handles these things, or we just like do a cold call or just
Cold
walk in?
call.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just go in and ask for the manager and just say, hi, I'm Tracy from NCAC. We're going to be doing an event in the parking lot, and we are walking around to see if any of the retailers would like to,
Mhm.
the tenants of the
Okay.
building to get involved.
Maybe even Walgreens will donate a couple of bags of candy, Hershey's Kisses or something.
I wouldn't bother with Walgreens.
It's too corporate.
Yeah.
It would take you 10 years, like you wouldn't make the deadline trying to get the okay.
Okay. What about
Let's go to the
French
liquor
press.
store.
Yeah,
What's
the
that?
liquor store.
that's the after party.
Wait, what about would French Press donate
Yeah,
like a
what
thing
would
of
they?
coffee? Maybe?
Wait, didn't we already use them? Didn't they donate to our artist thing inside the town hall? Oh, it wasn't for us. Oh,
No,
no, it wasn't for us. It was for the
No.
walking tour, Heather. Remember the walking?
Oh,
tour
yeah,
we
yeah,
did?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't us.
I didn't
We
I
see
could
don't
ask
think we
anything
need,
them.
from,
I don't think we need coffee if it's
No.
at 1 o'clock.
right.
But if they want to donate,
I'll take one of their croissants.
yeah, some of their pastries, but
Mhm.
It's
it-
it's too expensive for what
it's
we're
too
doing.
expensive. Yeah, I don't know.
We don't need that much. I mean, if we're gonna do, if the cupcakes don't work, then. Okay, one other thought was if the cupcakes don't work out, if they end up being, because if they're too pricey or whatever. Hazel's,
I have a question. So if we
Yeah.
talk to like these restaurants and retailers, is there anything in exchange that we can do for them?
Yeah, put their
Well,
names
they-
up as sponsors.
They can be there, they can put out,
Mm,
their business cards or whatever.
okay.
wait, are we asking them to donate all of this stuff though? Because some of it doesn't have to, like. I don't wanna take
We're
advantage
asking
of
for
his.
lemonade. We're asking for
Yeah,
lemonade.
no, but the
Lemonade
cupcakes
and
is
mini
kind of a big
cupcakes.
ask.
Well, if Joni can get them for free, great. And if not,
Yeah.
maybe she can get a discount.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
The
Yeah.
cake pops might be cheaper than the cupcakes. You
No,
can
they're
ask
more
them.
expensive.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen, but yet they are.
Wait,
Hmm.
what is more expensive?
The cake pops are more expensive than the
Oh.
mini cupcakes.
Oh, yeah, they're also,
Oh, there's
Anyway, I was gonna
the
say that
there's the
Hazel-
the breakfast place. Fresca?
Oh, Cafe Fresh.
No, Fresco's?
Fre-
Fresco's.
Cafe
Fresco,
Cafe
yeah.
Fresh Bagel is what you're
Maybe.
saying.
No, that's right. Fresco.
I don't know what they have. I've only been there once ever.
Right.
I think they close early too.
They
They
do.
do.
Oh, yeah.
So if the, just one suggestion, if the cupcakes are just, they don't wanna do it or it's too expensive or whatever.
We
Hazel's
can buy
Bakery,
cupcakes.
huh?
We can just go buy or make our own
We
cupcakes.
can make cupcakes. It's a
Poor
$2
Heather's been
$2
trying to
Dunkin'
say this
Donuts.
one thing. Let's let her. Heather,
right.
what did you want to say?
I was gonna say Hazel's Bakery will make things whatever you want, and they do a lot of specialty stuff. They would probably, I think they did like a free Karen Reed cookie or something like that. Like, they would probably do a bird.
No, that would be
I think
fun.
I think
They
my
are
dog said
awesome.
about that.
Wobblers.
They're really
Wobblers.
nice people too.
They are.
They would probably do a bird cookie. That's all. That's all I was gonna say. It's like,
Well, we could do that too.
That's
We could,
great.
okay, we're gonna have. Okay, and then we can get the
I'm gonna have to
Jocelyn
go in a
Clinic to
minute.
come by too. And then. Sorry, that's the diabetes clinic in Boston, remember? I think they still exist. Anyway.
Jocelyn,
never mind.
yeah.
Jocelyn? Yeah.
So for all these outreach, like when should we get it done? Like a
Next week.
estimated.
It's like
Next
I
week.
would try to do it by
Mhm.
the end of next week. I don't know,
Okay.
like within a week within the week, just check in and we could,
Mhm.
I think it's okay since we're all talking about the same thing, if we just email everybody as a group where we are with it. It's
Right.
not like
Mhm.
we're planning anything, we're just giving our results back, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think that's fine.
Okay.
As far as the public meeting laws go, it's not like,
What
And then
about
the sandwich board? Did we figure out what we were doing about the sandwich board?
Does anybody have one anywhere? JP, do you have? Does the town have anything like that we can just borrow?
I have an easel.
I was gonna say I would say there might be a couple easels and everything, but I don't think there's any sandwich boards. I can call around and find out, but I'm
Okay.
Well, we have yeah, oh, you mean you want a sandwich board? Wait, what would we put on this? Just like,
We have to get we have to make a poster.
It should be
Okay.
two-sided
Yeah.
and
They had them up for the Envision. Remember they were on the corners when we were walking around with the QR codes
Those-
on them?
those weren't the towns, those were the consultants.
Oh,
all right, so do we really, then you have to make a poster. And we already have the 2 posters. And I don't want to print up another poster for one, like,
No.
again, for this one event. But if somebody wanted to just draw one out that has nice handwriting, we could do that. And
Heather,
then-
you and I can do it. Or I'll do it. I don't care.
I saw your handwriting today. Your handwriting is insane. It's so good. Like,
Thank you.
Some
The-
stick-on letters. Go to
Yeah.
Michael's and buy some big, colorful
All right,
stick-on
so it-
letters.
all right, so we'll figure out this. So who wants to do the sandwich? Wendy, you want to do the sandwich board? And I'll help you.
Well, let's just see what JP comes back with.
Okay.
If he has anything that is sturdy, like a sign holder or sandwich boards or anything that we can borrow just for the day, that would be.
Yeah, our sign
helpful.
holders are not that sturdy that we use.
Right.
Yeah, I'll see
And
if
they had
what-
to go
what's
in the
around.
ground. I wouldn't even bother with those for this.
What
Okay.
about the flyers for the businesses? Or the notices or about we talked about
Oh,
that,
right,
something
we
on
have to make
cards.
a flyer.
I'm happy to do a flyer. I've done, because I can do it in Canva.
Okay.
If people want to give me wording, if anybody's really great with wording, or I can try to,
I can work on that with you, Heather.
all right. It's, anybody else want to do the wording too?
I can
Like-
help.
Okay.
Wait, can't we use like ChatGPT for that?
We could just generate the whole image that way,
The
right?
evil chat GPT.
Yeah,
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah,
It's the
people
way
are
into the
not gonna-
future. It's here. It's here.
It's wreaking havoc in colleges everywhere.
Well, yeah, like you gotta use them the right way, which I think this is the right way of using it.
Yeah, it's not a research paper we're doing.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Yeah, it's that is a very good tool.
I'm sorry, I have to go.
Me too, actually. Sorry. I think
Yeah, so let's wrap it
Are
up.
we finished?
Okay,
My back is not happy.
all right. Well,
Sitting.
I think we're pretty set with
I think
what
we are.
we're doing. Should we reconvene before? Do you guys want to reconvene on a quick
Let's
Zoom?
see how things go with emails, and if we have to, we will.
Okay,
Mhm.
Yeah.
all right.
All right, great
Um,
meeting.
thank
Oh,
you.
one
night.
other thing.
Thanks,
hang on.
everyone.
One other
Thanks.
thing
Have a
before
good
you go.
night.
Thank
One
You
sec.
too.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you guys want to do any kind of little quiz, like I was saying, something like a little quiz or like bullet points for kids to like info, or just have that on the back of the,
No, I don't
no,
think we need that.
okay. I do think
Heather,
it'd be kind of cool
I'll
just to,
do, since I volunteered, I'll do a coloring page with the bird information on it, okay?
okay, I would use that, see if you can use the warblers.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, and ask me if we can just use like an outline of, like you, outline of her warbler for it.
Okay.
Okay, ask Abby, when you talk to, Gloria, maybe ask her about where all the mills were, like I know the Gorse Mill, were there any other mills in town? There was
There was a Carter Mill, right? Wasn't that?
Yeah.
another one?
maybe
Yeah.
ask her if there's like,
No, it wasn't a mill, it was a factory.
Factory.
so maybe anything that was like a mill
It
or a
was
factory
the-
that had to do with,
The mill on the Charles River on Elliott Street.
can you ask her if there's like a map or a way, if she can give us like an image of an old map of Needham, and if she's able to pinpoint where those mills were, it would be kind of cool to
Yeah.
have that as a little visual, maybe,
Sure.
just to tie in the history lesson part.
Yeah.
And we could get it printed if she can give us that. I think it would look kind of cool, like, because a lot of people don't know that these things existed in Needham, and I think it's,
She is a
Interesting.
wealth of information. She is unbelievable. If you ever, like, my son and my husband and I actually took a history of Needham class with her, and it was just mind blowing. So she knows a tremendous amount. So I guarantee you she'll have that information at the ready.
Okay, that would be cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that
that
would
would
be
be
great.
great. Just to have that kind of a visual, um, or anything else you can think of that might be interesting for people to look at, like that we could just do like a print up and just have it on the table.
I'll ask her for some kind of visual representation.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we're good.
All right, great.
All right. Thank you guys.
Good to
I'm
see you
hoping
guys.
the weather
I'm
will
glad
be
we
good.
finally all got on here.
One thing we didn't talk about is, do we have a rain date? Will we move it to the 11th if it's rained?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Mother's Day.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
It
shoot.
doesn't matter in my household. It's never been a,
I mean,
Yeah,
it
not
doesn't.
mine
because it's
either.
always like right
either,
on my
but-
daughter, like around my daughter's birthday. So that's always been. Okay, so then our rain date, that is a good question. We just bring our umbrellas.
Yeah, but nobody will come.
Yeah.
Well, then,
Then it would be in June, I guess, right? So that first weekend in June, maybe? No,
Yeah.
I can't. Well, I can't do it, but that doesn't matter.
I can't remember. Oh,
That's,
she's available, right?
That's graduation also. It's June 1st, 2nd is the.
Okay,
is
so the
graduation.
second weekend in June. Okay. Should
when
we
is
do it then?
graduation?
June 1st, 2nd.
It's 2
Like
days?
May. It's the rain date is the 2nd, and the date they have planned right now is the 1st.
So
Okay.
we could do the following weekend, then the June. It kind of sucks to have to do it
No,
that
we
way.
wouldn't go that far.
Or we just do it without Mia. I mean, it's better to have her there, but
Yeah.
maybe it's smarter just to do it. We could, you know what? Let's just poll. I'll just send out an email or
We'll just hope that the weather's gonna be fine.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just say we do a rain date the following week, even if Mia can't be there, and hopefully that won't be the case.
Right.
So the 17th, right?
Not the 17th because Tracy's event is the 17th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
So I
we
guess it would be
we would do it different hours. Her event is in the
Yeah.
morning.
That's just, yeah.
I
'cause
think
we're
her
not
event
the-
was 10 to 2.
So then we have ours, do ours 1 to 3. It overlaps a little and people can go from one to the other.
Right. Or we do it from 12 to 2.
No, so give it the same hours.
Hers is 12 to 2. Oh,
10 to
right.
2.
Sorry. I did it backwards. I'm sorry. Yeah. 10 to 2. Okay.
Okay, so the rain date
1:30
is
to
this.
3:30.
The
All
rain
right.
date is when? What's the rain date?
I have May 17th, 1
The
to 3.
17th. I would do 1:30 to 3:30.
1:30 to
then- yeah.
3:30.
Are we doing 1:30 to 3:30 on May 10th then too?
No, we're gonna do it 1 to 3 on May 10th and 1:30 to 3:30 on the 17th, so we don't interfere that much.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully we'll be okay.
It's never rained on my daughter's birthday, so hopefully this will be the same. It's like
Mhm.
not exactly the same weekend, but it's close
When
enough.
is your daughter's birthday?
She's the 12th
Oh,
of May, so. But yeah, like it always seems to be. It's like I don't think she's ever had a rainy birthday. Definitely not in California. So
yeah, there you go.
When is her graduation?
it's that 30th or 31st, whatever that.
Okay,
The 31st
okay.
of May. So
And where are all your kiddies going next year?
my what?
Mine's going to Bryn Mawr.
Uh-huh. Great.
Oh, that's right. Yours is the same age.
Yeah, I expect her birthday is the 22nd, so she's almost the same age as Sylvie.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And where's Sylvie going?
she's going to Pitzer out in California. It's part of the Claremont colleges. It's like a
It's like a crazy good school. It's an
Yeah.
awesome
pretty-
school. I want to go to
she's-
Pitzer.
I wanted to go there too when I visited. So
Was that her first choice?
she applied early. It
Good
was,
for her.
yeah. All right, well, we should let JP
Okay.
get going.
I forgot, JP, you're still there. Sorry.
JP.
No
so
worries.
Thanks for hanging out with us at the after party.
Not a problem. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Hey,
everybody. Bye.
guys.
Thanks, Jean.
Bye.
Thank you, bye.